And it is time for the first federal program here this morning, Friday morning, December the 5th, as we welcome Evan to the program. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, Randy, doing great.
Glad to have you here on this Friday morning.
Thank you. It's a fine morning, and we're December now.
It's crazy. Where did November go?
It disappeared. I hope you're getting your Christmas shopping done.
Oh, is that you're supposed to do that?
Yeah.
I thought that was only for
not the day before.
I thought it was December 23rd, 24th type deal.
Maybe it is. Maybe I need to take a new approach to it. But yes, it is Christmas month.
You think you get deals now? You should shop the 23rd, 24th. You get some real good deals.
Bargain hunting. That's what I need to try.
But it's limited on your choices of things. You get great deals, but you're limited on what you can get.
Well, it's called surprise shopping.
That's
you
right.
never get what you want, but you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, and something different every year because they never have what you want.
I like that,
Yeah.
Randy. Well, I'll sleep on that one.
So
How's
my
that?
friends now give all their list to my wife instead of me.
Now I see what the diabolical plan was.
I don't have to shop. See?
Well, it is Christmas month, but it's also scholarship application time
It
for
is.
high school seniors around.
It is. It's that time of year. You got to start thinking about it.
So we're going to be talking with Shannon Berger from the Northern Indiana Community Foundation. She's our scholarship guru.
She's the queen.
Well,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she is the queen of scholarships.
She's going to get us all informed and prepared. So when we
Yes.
run across any seniors, we can really make sure they get plugged in.
And we'll do that here coming up in just a little bit.
There's a lot of money out there.
There is, and that's the thing that I think kids don't realize is they say, well, I won't qualify. You don't know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you really don't.
We can talk more about that with Shannon coming up in a little bit, but yes, there's lots of money to be had.
All right, so our trivia question,
Oh, no.
drum roll.
Yes.
In what year was Lilly Endowment Incorporated founded?
Ooh. Shannon probably knows this. She can't answer.
They helped start all the community foundations in Indiana. So they're like the grandfathers. So here's our choices. 1927, 1937, 1947, you might be able to guess the fourth one.
Yeah.
1957.
Kind of right in order there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are your choices.
Okay.
I see some Googling happening.
Yeah. She's cheating over there.
I didn't know this answer,
Okay,
so hopefully you guys can have a
find
shot
out.
at it. But in sports, we don't have Tanner here this morning, so we're going to be sharing all the sports news. But gosh, I wish he was here. I think he didn't show up because IU's playing Ohio State in the Big Ten championship.
Is he
in
nervous
football.
about that?
I think he is.
Is he a little nervous?
I think it's
I'm
bothering
not
him.
sure why the Purdue fans would be nervous about that. I mean,
I think it's chafing him.
he just didn't want to get caught up in any of the talk from last Friday night.
That's probably what
Yeah,
it was.
that's what it was.
What a game.
Yeah.
He was there.
He was.
Yeah. So number 2 IU versus number 1 Ohio State. They're both 12-0. Ohio State's favored by 5.5 points. And it's tomorrow at 8 o'clock on Fox.
Let's see if that changes any between now and tomorrow night. I think it might go down a little bit. I don't know.
it could too. It's going to be exciting.
I think Hoosier Nation going to show up strong in Indianapolis.
Well, speaking of Indianapolis and Hoosier Nation, the basketball team's playing there on Saturday too.
Yes, because all the IU basketball fans will just go down a few blocks and
they're going to be going to that football game.
Right,
Like
exactly.
you wouldn't not go if you're there.
As a broadcaster, you always dream of stuff, but Don Fisher, can you imagine going from Cambridge with a Louisville IU basketball game to the Big Ten championship game a few hours later?
Oh, it'd just be a pinnacle.
Yes.
And he's had a nice long career.
He's
But that's
had
got to
great,
be.
But that'd be up there. Obviously, first time IU's ever been in the Big Ten championship, so
Yeah.
that'll be great. I'll be kind of jealous of him.
Pinch me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. Well, other college basketball. So, yeah, IU's playing Louisville. I don't know if it's Louisville or Louisville.
Depends where you're from,
Okay.
north or south.
Yep. That's at 2 o'clock. It's on CBS. Butler is playing Boise State tomorrow at 2 also on TNT. Notre Dame's at TCU at 8 o'clock tonight. And then I'll help Tanner out here. Number 1 Purdue is hosting number 10 Iowa State tomorrow at noon on CBS.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge.
Of course, our Hoosier men's basketball team suffered a tough loss the other night.
That just did not taste
No, it didn't look good either.
No.
My wife was watching it as I was at Culver and just said, too many mistakes, just didn't shoot well. And it's part of the problem when you, and I'm going to be an IU fan and say this, a cupcake schedule to start things with.
I know.
I hope Coach DeFries can get that maybe short up a little tighter next time.
I think it's also a challenge. I mean, this it's not unique to IU, but like every player on that team's new.
Right. Yeah.
And so, like you said, they didn't really get challenged much on coming together. So who knows?
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Louisville's going to be a big test for them on Saturday.
It really will. Then we jump to Sunday. The Colts are at the Jaguars. They have the same record, 8-4. All of a sudden,
this is big. For the Colts, I think.
So they're actually favored by 1.5 points, even though they're on the road, and that's at 1 o'clock on CBS.
You can catch it right here on Giant FM as well.
It's a good place to listen. The Bears are at the Packers.
Go Bears!
Big rivalry. Bears are leading their division.
I haven't been able to say that in a while either.
They can only say that because the Packers had a tie on one of the games. So, yeah, something's going to happen there. The Packers are favored by 6.5, and that's at 4:25 on Fox. So there should be a couple of good football games on Sunday as well.
Good football to watch.
And, of course, at home tonight, we're getting used to boys basketball's here, which is exciting.
They're first home game of the year.
Tonight against Winnemac.
That will be a nice little rival. Winnemac won their first game of the season as well, so both teams coming in 1-0. So
fun.
It'll be a fun one tonight at Rochester High School. Of course, they're going to honor Coach Rob Malco before the game as well.
That's great.
For all his years putting in as head coaches at
various
Rochester
teams.
Yeah. so that'll be before the varsity game tonight.
My sister played for Coach Malco back in the day. I won't tell you how old we are. That's fine. Okay.
It'd been a while since he coached girls.
Tanner's Tidbits. On this day in 1848, U.S. President James K. Polk triggered the gold rush of 1849 by confirming a gold discovery in California. Didn't know that little fact.
Did not either.
I never really hear about James K. Polk too much.
No,
I don't know about you.
Not a normal name you hear.
On this day in 1973, Chicago Cubs' Ron Santo became the first baseball player to invoke the 10-5 rule and veto his trade to the California Angels.
That worked out well.
Oops. On this day in 1987, Notre Dame wide receiver Tim Brown won the Heisman Trophy, and he was the last Notre Dame player to win it.
Yikes.
I remember that.
I do. You would have thought there have been some good players come through since then, but
also wide receivers don't win that too often.
Not anymore.
So I don't remember his stats for that year. I'll have to go back and look those up.
He was pretty good.
On this day in 2002, The Two Towers, the second Lord of the Rings film, premiered. You a fan?
No, I never watched that.
Shannon?
Nope.
Okay. They're really good. All right, and then our days today, it's National Blue Jeans Day.
Well, good thing we're wearing them.
That's right. National Bartender Day. Tip them.
Tip your bartender as well.
Candle Day. International Ninja Day.
Ooh. Yep. Kids like to be ninja.
Keep working on your skills. National Communicate with Your Kids Day.
That's always important.
Yeah, I guess.
That's every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, is that changed over the years? Does that mean texting them and making sure?
It's not speaking anymore.
Not speaking, just texting.
It didn't say anything about talking.
Communicating has a new meaning.
That's funny. And World Soil Day.
Okay.
Get your hands dirty. Okay, we got a couple upcoming events here in Rochester. The Times Theater is showing Elf tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Free admission. And if you happen to be wearing an elf costume, you get a free candy, too.
Oh, get those elf costumes out of the closet. Dust them off.
That's hilarious. And also, this is like what IU's doing. Later that evening at the Times Theater, a tribute band called Tennessee Whiskey, tribute to Chris Stapleton, is at 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
It's a big show.
Doors open at 7, $30 general admission. Get your tickets quickly.
Yeah. There's not many left, I know, because we gave some more away here on Giant FM, and I had the most entries that I've ever had. So
that's interesting.
It's a popular
straw poll there.
Popular show. So
that's great. So that'll be fun times tomorrow at the Times. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice job.
S&P 500's up slightly this week to start December, and markets are kind of looking forward to the Federal Reserve meeting again next week.
Woohoo!
talk about interest rates. Kind of a tired subject at this point.
Especially when they just don't do anything.
No. Complicating that, the government shutdown this fall has still delaying economic reporting, so they don't even know what info to look at pretty much.
They got to catch back up.
I'm glad I'm not in that meeting. Thinking about First Federal this morning, we are still offering, this might be the last
I think it goes
chance.
through December.
Food storage containers, free gifts. Those are always in short supply at my house. They've either broken or they've been left somewhere.
Forgot to bring them back.
Or someone didn't empty it out.
Uh-huh.
That's only happened once, guys. It's only happened once.
We won't name the guilty party.
Yeah, so I need to refer a friend and get one of those food storage container sets. It's a good time to be shopping for a house. And you can contact Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson at our Rochester branch or Ryan Austin at our Winnemac branch, and we can get you pre-approved on the loan side so you can be shopping with confidence on what your family needs. We also offer commercial loans for businesses, and you can contact Zach Reuter at 574-223-1731 to talk about those. We are the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. And I think we are, Randy.
Yes, I will vote that way.
Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We're FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal, ready for the fun part of the show.
That's right. Well, we're talking money this morning.
Right up Evan's alley.
Yeah, I get really pumped about this kind of stuff. Our special guest is Shannon Berger. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Shannon is the scholarship coordinator at the Northern Indiana Community Foundation. We just call it the Community Foundation. It's a lot shorter. It's easier to say.
Flows better.
Right by First Federal. Pretty much good friends.
Yep.
And this is a special time of year. If you're a senior in high school, your first semester's just gone by so quick. In a blink of an eye, you've been looking forward to being a senior, and then you barely experience it. And now you got to start thinking, you're probably late thinking about colleges. But it's scholarship time.
It is.
You know, this is probably where mom and dad needs to tune in more than the kid, because
I think so.
The kids tend to tune this out. Mom and dad hear money, and they want to, okay.
They're expecting that conversation like, are you going to be able to help me with college? Like, I knew you were going to ask me that.
Right. And Shannon's going, I've got an answer for you, parents.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the Community Foundation and scholarships. Why are those two connected?
So the Community Foundation helps donors with charitable wishes.
Okay.
So when donors create funds, specifically scholarship funds, it helps individuals get some sort of secondary education. Most people think that you just have to, head to university.
Yes.
But a lot of times it helps with trade schools, vocational schools, as well as your 2- and 4-year degrees.
Okay, so have we had a lot of generous donors in our county?
Oh, yeah.
Creating scholarships in the past?
100%.
Around how many scholarship funds might we be looking at?
So in the endowment cycle now, it typically helps graduating seniors. We have 135 scholarships between the 3 counties.
Wow.
Over 50 of them are for Fulton County students.
50 shots at getting some money for college. That's
I'm
great.
guessing that you qualify somewhere in that 50, right? I mean, we talked about kids not thinking that I qualify. You got a pretty good odds there.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, that's just 50 scholarships. Some scholarships pay out more than one scholarship. Oh. So, say the Babcock, for instance. Everyone knows about the Babcock. We give, 8 scholarships out of that one sometimes. Wow. So, it's a pretty good odd that you're going to be getting a scholarship or support in some sort of way.
Now, thinking of the number of scholarships, okay, there's a lot of different ones out there. Do they have different focuses?
Yeah, so our donors, when they create scholarships, they get to decide what the criteria is. So some, like Purdue, some specifically like IU, or certain majors, there's a lot of education, medical, finance majors, but really just depends on what our donors are caring about at the time. A lot of teachers end up making education scholarships because that's what their passion is.
Yes.
So it really just depends on the criteria of what the donor is wanting.
Okay, if I'm going in and I'm thinking, my wife Emily and I would want to leave a legacy for a student to be able to go to college. I go in, how much money do I need to have?
Yeah.
How does this work? Do I have to give money every year or what?
Nope. So with the endowment scholarship, you have a $25,000 fund that starts it. You have up to 3 years to get to that 25,000.
Okay.
So you don't have to have 25,000 right off the bat.
Walk in the door.
Yeah, but that $25,000 minimum balance, that actually helps because we have a requirement that you have to pay out $1,000.
Okay.
So based off of investing and that type of thing, it just allows for that $1,000 payout.
And the way it's supposed to work, does that 1,000 come out of my 25,000?
Nope. All of that's in the distribution. So every year you get a new distribution. So it's just the one time 25,000, and then once your distribution is 1,000 after a 12-quarter rolling average, that all the scientific finance people know about. So once you have that $1,000, it generates itself every single year.
That's incredible.
And it's a neat thing. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, you know, some people think, oh, I have to do this every year, and no, you don't. I mean,
don't.
it's
you put it in, and the engine works.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Spits it out.
right. It just keeps going on its own.
And if you think about it, in 25 years, you'll have paid out what you've put into it. So, I mean,
That's interesting.
you can help 25 students by spending, $25,000 just within 25 years. So it's pretty great.
Well, and if the markets are good, that
Yeah.
25,000 is going to grow too.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
spit out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yep.
if the markets are good.
If the markets are good.
All right. Well, let's talk bigger dollars. 25,000 the minimum to start. But what kind of money are we giving out? Those $1,000 and the number of scholarships. But what did we give out last year, for instance?
Yeah. So last year, between the endowment cycle, what we call summer scholarships, which help like non-traditional students, and then between Lilly, we gave out over $500,000 just for last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And since inception, between Fulton, Stark, and Miami counties, we've given out $6.4 million just to students that we know in this county.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That really blows my mind right now.
Yep.
Over 6 million.
Yep.
Well,
Phew.
no wonder why you're smiling at work all the time.
Yeah.
That's what a great job.
I always told Jay that it was hard to have a bad day when you're giving out money. So,
Good point. Yeah.
yep.
All right, so now's the time to start applying. So that means you can access the application. Tell us about the applications a little bit. How does this work these days? I'm getting old.
Yeah, so it's even different from when I went to school. So, not saying that you're significantly older
I was
than
going to
me.
say, is she saying she's a lot younger than us? Yeah, that's the way I'm taking that.
No. So back in the day, you used to have to fill out an application per scholarship that you qualify for, put on paper and handwritten. So
I kind of remember that.
yeah,
The essays were killer.
And that took a lot of people away from.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah, you were
You know.
disinclined to do
Yeah.
it if
Yeah.
you didn't think you'd win.
and you didn't know which ones you qualified for
Yeah.
because they were all this like hidden criteria, but like you just kind of applied for everything just hoping that one would stick. Now it's an online application. You go in, you create a username and password, and you can, fill out the main common application. Once you hit submit, all of those questions and criteria that you fill out, you then get put and filtered into the scholarships that you qualify for. So if you're a medical major, you can't apply for an education degree or like an education major. If you're from Caston, you cannot apply for a scholarship that only goes to Tippy students. So
So you can't even mess it up.
no,
basically.
you really can't.
That's
Dummy proof.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So that application can be found on our website, nicf.org, and just go to scholarships and click access application. And yeah, it's as simple as that. If you have any questions, though, it's new for most families.
Okay.
we're speaking to people who have not done this every year like
Yeah,
I have.
that makes
So
sense. Yep.
there are going to be questions, and that is okay. Please call me, because that's what I'm here for, and I'm trying to make it as easy as humanly possible to give out money.
And we're speaking with Shannon Berger, the scholarship coordinator at the Northern Indiana Community Foundation. Why don't you give your phone number and email address right now in case that way folks have it?
Yeah, email is scholarships@nicf.org, and my pretty simple.
I like
that.
that.
Like I said, I'm trying to make it simple,
A little
guys.
catchy.
And then my phone number, my office phone number is 574-223-2202.
Okay, great. You're right. Questions will probably come up.
Yeah.
So thinking of questions that might come up, you got any suggestions for how to make this even easier, like filling this out?
Yeah, tips of the trade?
Yeah,
For sure.
tips of the trade. Let us have them.
Yeah, so I would suggest to start early. I know that sounds obnoxious, but it is important. Mostly because with that two-step process, people feel like once they hit the submit button, they're done, and they're not. Because once they know what scholarships they qualify for, that's when you need to put in the letter of recommendation. That's when you need to fill out the essay.
Okay.
So it is a two-step process, but we're not expecting a ton of effort into these essays. I don't want a dissertation. I want, why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
The passion behind, where.
Be direct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the letters of recommendation are actually emails. So you just have to submit the email of whoever you're asking a letter of recommendation from, and then it does everything in the system. So
Randy, why don't you give your email right now?
I mean, you listening to it. I mean, yeah. Why would you not fill? I mean, it sounds so much simpler.
Oh
than
my
it was
goodness! I
back
only wish.
in
Yeah.
the day.
Yes.
I mean, especially with kids nowadays, they're probably better at computers than most of us anyway.
I know.
So
Yeah.
I mean, get online and do it.
yeah, and the letter of recommendation, I do want to remind students and parents to ask the individual that you're asking for the letter of recommendation.
I was just gonna say, so we may want to keep our eye out on the old inbox
Yeah.
in case
Exactly.
something comes in from
Yes.
scholarships at
Yeah.
nicf.org.
Yeah. And then the other couple things, I would start a Word doc and just kind of put everything that they've accomplished over the last 4 years on there so they can kind of format it.
It's a really good idea.
Because you can copy and paste into the application.
Yeah, I'd
So-
figure that out the hard way.
Yeah.
I typed the same thing in 4 times.
4 times. But why
Yes.
didn't I copy and paste?
Yeah, so that, and then I guess my other advice would just be financial need is a hard topic with a lot of parents and students. We ask specifically, do you want to be considered for need-based scholarships? And we never try to come from it as a point of judgment. It is mostly just, we need to know if you're a 21st century scholar. We need to know if, you have other scholarships paid for, because we have we are tuition-based scholarships. So if you have your tuition covered,
Yeah,
then, maybe some of these scholarships can't apply to you.
I see.
So just say yes. I understand that it might be uncomfortable to have that conversation about finances. Some parents don't like to have that conversation, but need-based scholarships are super important.
What's all required when you say yes on that? Do you have to submit something else?
There is a FAFSA information. So whatever you filled out in the FAFSA, we're just asking for the SAI number, which is Student Aid Index. It's in the FAFSA. All you have to do is take a screenshot of it and upload it. So
Okay.
It's really simple. It's just sometimes it's hard to have that conversation with families.
So you may as well just say yes.
Yes.
And if you qualify, great. If you don't,
Right.
no
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, but you're allowing yourself to not be qualified for other scholarships if you say no.
I see.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Good advice.
Yep.
Anything else for the good of the cause, Shannon?
I think those are pretty much my tips of the trade.
Well, a fun time of season. Get those applications in. Earn some money for college. Go to college real soon. That second semester is going to go by even faster than the first.
That's
Oh,
the-
yes.
That's the worst.
Shannon, tell us how the process works after all that's done.
Oh, yeah.
The date closes. who chooses the winners?
So we have wonderful, wonderful, wonderful volunteers that go through all of these applications. They're called my scholarship committee. They review all of the applications, and then we kind of get together. It's not one person picking a scholarship, so even
That's
donors
good.
that are involved, it's a 2-to-1 vote. So, we have to have that legally for
Right.
national
So if I
standards.
set up
and
my own scholarship, I don't get to direct the funds.
you
It's
don't get a direct one,
I
but
can
you have a vote.
Okay. That's good.
But it's a 2-to-1 vote. So our committee, definitely hears the donor and what they're wanting for the fund. But ultimately, it's really just great people offering up their time to review all these scholarships. Last year we had 1,800 applications that we had to review.
Oh my goodness.
You want
Yeah.
to sign up, Evan?
Yeah. Hey, let's get the printer fired up.
Yeah. So yeah, luckily I had some wonderful people to help me with that. And then it just takes a lot of time to organize everything. And then we worked with the schools, and a lot of those scholarship nights were a part of those. So
that's
that's when
good.
you see Brian Johnson, giving out hundreds of thousands of dollars that night. And they do a great job with that. But yeah, it feels crazy that you're applying in December and you don't know until May, but there's kind of a
Takes a while to get through
It does.
1,800
It does take a while. But yeah.
Not quite that fast a reader.
Keep Randy's name on that. I think he's really interested
No.
in being on that committee.
I can't read that fast.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing that great information, Shannon.
Yeah.
It's exciting to have had so many generous donors over the years
Yes.
creating this opportunity for students now.
Yes,
And-
we are a very lucky community to have such wonderful, wonderful donors. So
And if you want to start a scholarship fund, you can contact Brian Johnson. Mention him.
Yep.
Gives that website one more time for them to start applying.
Yep, nicf.org.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
All right. Well, we will jump to our trivia question. If you recall, in what year was the Lilly Endowment Incorporated founded? So this isn't Lilly Incorporated. It's their endowment arm. 27, 37, 47, or 57?
I'm going to go with 57.
I'm guessing 37. I should know.
It is 1937.
Oh, see how she is.
And it was started by Josiah Lilly Sr. and his sons Eli Jr. and Josiah Jr.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we thank them.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you guys.
Lots of
very-
students thank them as well.
Yes.
Generosity just
Yes.
keeps going around. That's awesome. All right, we'll end our show this morning with some words of wisdom from Thomas Jefferson, the third U.S. president. You probably heard of him. I am a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more of it I have.
Makes sense. That's good. Shannon, thank you very much. Evan, thank you. And we'll talk to someone next Friday for the First Federal Program. Have a great
All
day.
right. Thanks, Randy.
Thank
Thanks
you.